Get ready for an exciting exploration as we delve into the world of Captain America games. From their early days to the latest releases, we're reviewing each game on every platform. We'll track the evolution of these games, highlighting their strengths and weaknesses. Before we get on the video, if you are liking what we are doing, please subscribe to our channel. Let's begin. Captain America in The Doom Tube of Dr. Megaloman, 1987. This is the first prominent Captain America game, but it received mixed reviews upon its release, with many critics pointing out the poor graphics and audio quality. As the first video game to feature Captain America, it holds a special place in the history of superhero games despite its technical shortcomings. Players control Captain America as he navigates the Doom Tube base of Dr. Megaloman, offering a unique early gaming experience with the superhero. The game's significance lies more in its novelty as an early adaptation of a Marvel character, rather than in its gameplay quality. The Amazing Spider-Man and Captain America in Dr. Doom's Revenge. It was released in 1989. The game is a side-scrolling video game starring Marvel Comics superheroes Spider-Man and Captain America battling a host of supervillains led by Dr. Doom. The player alternately controls Spider-Man and Captain America, with the character being controlled switching after each battle. The game featured an assortment of Marvel Comics supervillains through the course of the game, many of whom are relatively minor characters in the comic books. The game's manual provided biographies on each character in a style similar to the official handbook of the Marvel Universe, and information about each character was used as a form of copy protection. Captain America and the Avengers, an arcade beat-em-up released by Data East in 1991, captures the essence of superhero action with its bright presentation and enthusiastic gameplay. The game stands out for its bombastic voice acting and dramatic writing, immersing players in a world of superhero theatrics.
You cannot beat me.
Players control iconic Marvel characters like Captain America, Iron Man, Vision, and Hawkeye, each with unique abilities and projectile attacks, offering a diverse gameplay experience. The game's simple controls, combined with the ability to execute a variety of attacks both on the ground and in midair, make for a fast-paced and enjoyable experience. The inclusion of a variety of Marvel villains and cameo appearances by other superheroes adds depth to the game, making it a memorable title for fans of the genre and the Marvel Universe. NES port of the game is absolutely trash, though. If you want to experience the game in a good way, go for the arcade. Captain America and the Avengers, 1991, on the NES, developed by Data East, offers a unique side-scrolling action experience, diverging from its arcade beat-em-up origins. Players control Captain America and Hawkeye, navigating a non-linear map of the United States to rescue fellow Avengers, with gameplay reminiscent of Bionic Commando. The game features a leveling system where collecting red gems enhances the hero's abilities, adding depth to the combat. While the game innovates with its level design and character abilities, it suffers from repetitive levels and monotonous music. Despite these drawbacks, the game stands out for its effort to create a distinct experience, making it a noteworthy title for fans of the franchise. Captain America, Super Soldier, 2011. Super Soldier is often praised for its solid combat mechanics, offering a variety of moves and techniques that capture the essence of Captain America's fighting style. Despite its engaging combat, the game suffers from presentation issues, including dull visual design and repetitive environments, which detract from the overall experience. The game's storyline, while original, lacks depth and fails to fully leverage the rich lore of Captain America and the Marvel Universe. As a standalone Captain America experience, It delivers enjoyable action sequences and shield-based gameplay, but falls short in narrative and visual appeal. Marvel Superheroes 1997. It's a fighting video game developed by Capcom. It's a vibrant and action-packed title that brings the Marvel Universe to life. Released in arcades in 1995 and later ported to the Sega Saturn and PlayStation, the game is based on the Infinity Gauntlet storyline, featuring a roster of iconic Marvel characters. Players engage in intense battles for the Infinity Gems, which grant enhanced abilities and can turn the tide of a match. The game is known for its fluid animation, colorful graphics, and engaging gameplay that balances accessibility with depth. Captain America, as one of the playable characters, stands out with his signature shield-based attacks and defensive capabilities, making him a favorite among players for both his offensive and defensive prowess. The game's success contributed to the foundation of the Marvel vs. Capcom series, cementing its legacy as a significant title in the fighting game genre and in the history of Marvel-based video games.
Are you ready for a new challenger? Now, experience one spectacular action! Miss out on the in-time. Behold, amazing...
Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter 1997. It's a crossover fighting game developed and published by Capcom. It is a sequel to X-Men vs. Street Fighter, and a notable installment in the Marvel vs. Capcom series. The game, first released in arcades in 1997, features a roster of characters from both the Marvel Universe and the Street Fighter series. Players engage in one-on-one tag team fights, with the innovative variable assist mechanic allowing for dynamic combat and strategic gameplay. The game was praised for its gameplay, sprite animations, and character roster, with the Sega Saturn version receiving acclaim for being an arcade-perfect conversion. However, the PlayStation version faced criticism due to memory limitations that removed tag team battles, leading to a more mixed reception. Captain America's moveset in the game is designed to reflect his comic book abilities, emphasizing agility, strength, and his indestructible shield. His attacks often involve the use of his shield either as a defensive tool to block and counter enemy attacks or as a projectile weapon, thrown at opponents in a boomerang-like fashion. His role in the game extends beyond his combat abilities, as he often serves as a symbol of leadership and strategy, reflecting his status as a leader in the Marvel Universe. Marvel vs. Capcom Clash of Superheroes 1999, released in arcades in 1998 and later ported to the Dreamcast and PlayStation, the game is known for its fast-paced gameplay and vibrant animations. Players select teams of characters to engage in combat, with the Dreamcast version receiving praise for its faithful translation of the arcade experience. The PlayStation version, however, faced limitations due to the console's RAM capacity, leading to the removal of tag team battles and a slightly less positive reception. The game introduces significant gameplay changes from its predecessor, Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter, including the removal of the variable assist feature and the introduction of the variable cross attack. This new technique allows players to attack with both characters simultaneously for a limited time, adding a strategic layer to battles. The roster includes a diverse array of characters from both universes, with guest characters available for support during battle. The Dreamcast version includes additional game modes like Cross Fever, which permits 4-player gameplay, while the PlayStation version features an exclusive mode called Crossover. Captain America stands out as a formidable character, embodying his iconic traits from the Marvel Comics. Renowned for his shield-based combat, Captain America in the game utilizes his shield both offensively and defensively, making him a versatile fighter. His special moves, like the Charging Star and Shield Slash, are effective for both close and ranged combat, allowing players to adapt to various fighting styles. Captain America's hyper combo moves, such as the Final Justice, showcase his superhero strength and are visually impressive, making him a favorite for spectacular finishes.
Shield Slash!
Marvel vs. Capcom 2, New Age of Heroes, 2000. Originally released in Japanese arcades in 2000, I've seen it evolve across various platforms including the Dreamcast, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, Xbox, Xbox 360, and even iOS devices. In my experience, the gameplay of Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is a standout feature. The shift to 3-on-3 gameplay compared to its predecessor adds a new layer of strategy and excitement. The new character assist system and simplified control scheme make the game more accessible, yet it retains the depth that fighting game enthusiasts crave. The blend of traditional 2D animated sprites for characters against 3D rendered backgrounds and visual effects creates a unique and visually appealing 2.5D experience. Critically, the game has been widely acclaimed, and I agree with the praise for its gameplay, visuals, and expansive character roster. The game's release marked a significant moment in gaming history, but it also led to a decade-long hiatus for the series due to Capcom losing the Marvel Comics license. Again, Captain America here was an amazing delight to play with. He has a massive set of moves and special combos, which truly made the player feel like they are Cap. Marvel vs. Capcom 3, 2011. The announcement of Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Fate of Two Worlds in April 2010 was a game changer, reigniting excitement for the series. As a sequel, it had big shoes to fill. As the fifth installment in the franchise, it was the first to use three-dimensional character models, which was a big leap from the traditional two-dimensional sprites. Playing Marvel vs. Capcom 3, I loved selecting a team of 3 characters from the vast roster of Capcom and Marvel characters. The game retained the familiar tag team mechanics but introduced new gameplay elements that made it more accessible, especially for newcomers like some of my friends. Critically, the game received a lot of positive feedback, and I agree with most critics who praised its gameplay and character roster. In Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Captain America shines as a formidable character, embodying his iconic traits from Marvel Comics. He is a Shoto-style character, straightforward but effective, with special moves that are simple yet impactful. Less than a year later, Capcom announced Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, a standalone update that I eagerly picked up in November 2011. This version added more characters, stages, and gameplay tweaks, making it an even richer experience. The combined sales of both versions exceeded 4 million copies, which didn't surprise me given how much fun they were to play. When Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite was released in September 2017, I was ready for the next chapter in this incredible series.
I never give in.
Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, 2017. I remember when Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite was announced during Sony's PlayStation Experience event in December 2016. As a fan of the series, I was excited to see Capcom regain the Marvel license, especially after Disney had initially pulled back to focus on self-publishing. Released in September 2017 for PlayStation 4, Windows, and Xbox One, Infinite is the 6th main entry in the Marvel vs. Capcom series, and it brought some significant changes to the familiar formula. The game shifted from the traditional 3-on-3 battles to 2-on-2 fights, removing the character assist moves and introducing a tag-based combo system. This allowed for seamless switching between characters, creating continuous combos, which I found to be a refreshing change. Another new feature was the Infinity Stones, which added a strategic layer to the gameplay by bestowing unique abilities and stat boosts. Infinite was designed to be more accessible than its predecessors, which was evident in the gameplay but also led to some criticism. The game placed a larger emphasis on storytelling, featuring a cinematic story mode for the first time in the series.
You are nothing but a charlatan to the Sorcerer Supreme.
The plot, which involved heroes from both universes teaming up against Ultron Sigma, was an interesting concept, but the execution felt a bit off to me. Commercially, the game didn't perform as well as expected, which was a bit of a letdown considering the anticipation surrounding its release. Not much was changed for the Captain America in this game. That's all for today's video, folks. If you enjoyed what we presented in this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Catch you guys later.
I'll lend you my shield anytime.
Do you think you can defeat us?